I made a TV advert in my bedroom. When I was younger, I've always wanted to be a videographer or a presenter. If you didn't know that already, go check out my video below or in the iCard where I made a video, do a Q&A, so you know a bit more about me. Anyway, I saw a video from Constantine. If you don't know who he is, he works with the Sidemen, and he's a videographer basically, and he's also a director. And I saw him make a video a while back on how he made a TV advert for Doritos and Adidas in like his bedroom, and that got me thinking. So I thought, what can I do during this lockdown? So I decided to make a TV advert for a product that I use quite a lot, and that product is Sneak. This is not sponsored, I just do drink this a lot. It's basically an energy drink. I normally drink this when I have to go to work, or if I'm editing, or just if I'm doing long shifts and I feel a bit tired. Boom, drink this in the morning, I'm up, I'm ready to go. Anyway, so I've always wondered if I could actually make, you know, one of these sort of adverts that you see on the telly, or, you know, I've always wondered if I could, you know, is it possible to do it at home? If you are new around here, make sure to like and subscribe. I don't normally do this sort of content on here, but I thought something a bit different. I thought I'd try it out. Normally I just kind of sit back, do some reaction videos or something, or some sort of commentary sort of videos, but I thought I'd try it out and show a bit of my skills off. Hopefully this is an idea of what I can do. It's very basic, but yeah, here's the video. So let's get started on how I made this video. Let me just show you a few pictures of what I have behind the scenes. So I basically had my MacBook, right? I had my Mac as like the background screen, which had it displayed, which had a video on from YouTube, which had this sort of video on, and I basically just looped it in the background the whole time. So it just kept looping, playing the same, I think it was like a 1 minute clip in the whole time. And then I basically had a mirror on top of my Mac, which was a problem as well because it kept switching off my Mac, kept switching my Mac off because they kept pressing all the buttons and I put the mirror on. Really annoying. Anyway, so I had that, had the product in the middle. So basically the mirror would reflect the background and also the product, and it made a cool little effect, as you can see by these photos and videos. This is all on my bed as well, just there. I filmed it right there. I took all my duvet off, took everything off, chucked it off, and just so I had a flat background because it's the only flat space I have really. I shut my blinds, switched all the lights off, and it was pitch black basically in my room. The only light I had on with my studio lights, but it's not studio lights, it's just some lights that I use for my videos. They basically got these studio lights, and I basically had that light and just that shown on the product, and also I moved it's got like, it's on a tripod basically, so I just shut the legs and then just basically did that across the product to like reveal it slowly. Just very basic edit, filming. But on the footage, I think it looked pretty cool. The only downside is that my camera is not the best in the world at low light, so there is quite a lot of noise on the video, and I couldn't really remove it because it's kind of like artificial, and I couldn't really remove that. Anyway, and now what I'm going to do, you've seen how I've made it, you've seen the behind the scenes bit. Now I'm going to show you how I edited it, which I think is the more interesting part. It's more basic, I think, but this is where the magic happens. Right, so right now you can see my screen, and you can just basically see it's a pretty basic layout. There's not many layers to it. I don't think you really need them layers, and I didn't need them anyway. I've color coordinated the video, so you got the orange, which is basically if it was a still shot where the camera didn't move, it was just still. Obviously in the edit the camera does move, but that's just post. This one was still as well, that's all fake. This one too, that's all fake, moving in and out. And I've labeled these purple, which is basically the camera moves. As you can see, the camera's moving. The camera moves on these. And then obviously this is the logo. Trying to find the logo was right now, man. I think this is an older logo, but I couldn't find a good quality PNG of the logo, which is a bit of a shame. Sneak, hook me up man, Sneak. Also, don't select me for using Final Cut. I think Final Cut works well for this, okay? I was going to use Premiere, because I do have Premiere as well. But the transitions I use, which are basically these grey things here, I like these transitions, and I knew I was going to use them, and I knew they would have worked well. So I had them, they're like presets, so I wanted to use them. Also the song, I got the music of Epidemic Sounds. It's like a subscription, so it gives you license-free music, so you pay a license so you can actually use the music, which is all the music I use on my videos. Anyway, I had to chop the music down. 17-second advert. So I had to basically cut the song down to make it sound like, if there was no cut, make it sound like it was the full song. I think it worked. Like, the song goes on for like ages. Anyway, we started off what I did basically. What I did here, the camera was still, but I thought it was just boring. The other background was moving, but it needed some sort of zoom, just like a reveal itself. So it was zoomed in and zoomed out. As you can see, if you look here, it was actually, you know, it was 170 zoomed in, and then you just scale it down. It just slowly zooms out, but it looks like the camera was moving. Add a cool effect, and then it fades off. And then I color corrected it, so this was the original, and then I color corrected it just to make it a bit nicer. And then I added a little sharpen thing because it was a bit blurry around the edges, so I did that so you could see the edges better. So you can see if you look around here of the actual product, add a bit of a sharpen. Sorry if this is boring you, but I think it's interesting for people especially who like this sort of thing. If you don't like this sort of thing, I'm sorry, but if you do, I mean, you're probably laughing how basic the editing is. Anyway, this was quite, I think this is quite a cool little shot. Looks really cool. I also color corrected this one, so that's what the raw footage looks like, and I color corrected just to make the color stand out a bit more, make it pop. And then what I did here, I did a rotation and also scaled it, so it zooms in, but also rotates, so it looks like the camera's doing that. I think that's a cool little effect, you know. And then I add a nice little transition, do it frame by frame, bang, 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 to the next product. This, I didn't really do anything. All I did was color correct it. Well, I stabilized it using the stabilization tool, or else it was all jaggedy, as in it was a bit wobbly, so I add that. Works really well on Final Cut. Makes it look really nice and smooth. All I did was color correct it, so that was the original. To make it stand out, make it pop a bit more. Same as this, just making sure it cuts on the beat, still showing off the product. This was the same. I didn't do anything. All I did was click on the stabilization, make it smooth, and color correct it, so that was the original. And that was afterwards. Just make it nice and smooth. Same as this, basically the same thing. Didn't do anything, press stabilization, and just went from that. Color graded it to make it like that, just make it pop a bit more. You might be able to see the difference, but just the colors look nicer, and the whole product itself looks nicer. I was quite happy with it. I mean, this didn't literally take, it took me like 45 minutes, 40 minutes to edit. What I had to do was literally find the footage that I liked, slap it in. That's literally all I had to do. There wasn't much work really, just to cut between the two shots. Had a nice little transition, bang, to this one, which I quite liked, to be fair. Quite nice and smooth. This again, for this, all I did was press stabilize and then just color graded it. So that was the original. Color graded it to that. Just make it look a bit visually nicer. This again, this was just still, the camera was doing nothing. So I basically added a zoom. Added a nice little zoom whilst it zooms in, and they got the light going across, just going flexing that logo. Looks really nice. I'm really happy with that shot. Again, color graded it, so I went from that to that. Just looks a bit meaner. And then after that, just nice little transition again, bang, bang, into the next one. And then I just thought I'd add this. Just shows the top half of the product. It goes up to the top. Basically, all I did again, color grade it, so I went from that to that, and then just stabilized it to make it a bit smoother, and then cut to this shot, which I didn't even use because I thought it looked rubbish, but I thought I had to just to show what the actual product is. And as you can see, I made a mess. It went everywhere because I was doing some shots of me pouring it and I missed because I was at a weird angle. I was like this, trying to pour and I made a mess. But I think it kind of looked kind of cool. It kind of worked for some reason. Anyway, it used to look like that, and I color graded it just to make the color stand out a bit. Then again, bad boy stabilized it to make it look nice and smooth, and then it just cuts the logo. Oof. Fades out, and it just fades away. Oh no, it didn't fade, sorry. I had another transition. Again, just thought it looked cool. Anyway, that's the final video. I was quite happy with it. I'm just going to just play it through one more time just so you can see it in full. So yeah, that was the final video. I was really happy with it. I didn't do any pre-production for this. I literally just had the idea of what I wanted to do in my head and just filmed it. Kind of went along. I had no storyboard, I had no planning. I literally just thought, right, let me grab a mirror. I had to get it from my garage, clean it because it was all dusty, never been used. Yeah, just chucked it on my bed, filmed it, and didn't plan any of it. And then next thing you know, got into the editing software, choose the song, took me about 10 minutes to find a song that worked, and I just cut the clips wherever I wanted to. Like I said, no planning at all, just off the top of my head really. But I think it turned out quite well. Like I said, the only problem is I'm not happy with is just the noise, visual noise. That's kind of the settings of the camera, and also just my camera's not that good at low light anyway. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. This is a very different video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, please, if you could, share the video to Sneak. The actual drink itself is called Sneak. Tag them on Twitter, Instagram, Just let them know that I made this video, because it'd be really cool if they saw this video. And if you are watching Sneak, give us a sponsorship. No, I'm joking. But, I mean, if you want to, you know. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Really means a lot. Make sure to like and subscribe. Follow me on the socials, Instagram, Twitter, all that. Thank you very much. See you all later. Have a good day.